What is happening, everybody? What's up? What's going on? I'm your host once again, Mr. J.R. Wisdom, Brother Wisdom, J.R., whatever you want to call me. We'll let it load up here for a second. Just want to do this quick live stream. You know, just to talk about something. I don't know how many people are gonna be coming in here, but shout out to everybody as they come in. You know, want to tell y'all about a little visit I did. What's happening, Derek? Um, a little visit I made last night to a club hole in the wall, and it's one of those things. I've never really been a club person, so to speak. I mean, I used to go pretty often. What's happening, too, Trill? I used to go pretty often. Not even often. You know what I'm saying? But in my 20s, it was just something, and I was. For those of you who don't know, I was married most of my adult life, right? So, but I would still go out clubbing even though I shouldn't have been doing that. Still going out to these places because I thought it was the thing to do because everybody my age who wasn't married or dudes who were married were going. So I felt like it was just something that I should be doing. You know what I mean? But as I get older, and I try it out, I'll go in and I'll try it out, and every time I go in there, it's like there's a meme that's out there, right? What's happening, shoe girl? There's a meme out there, if y'all have seen it, where there's like this dude. He's like at this party in this concert, and everybody around him is just like turning up, having fun, you know, having a good time or whatever. And he's just sitting there like looking like deer in the headlights, looking out into space. You know what I'm saying? They have different uh, subtitles for the meme or whatever, or what he's thinking or what it's supposed to come across as. But that's basically how I've been feeling for the past. And I don't go. I would even saying twice a year is a lot. You know what I mean? Twice a year is a lot. But every time I go in there, it makes me regret it each time because I'll be in there and I'll see people, and I'm not knocking, like I said, because people will jump in my comments and they'll be like, you know what the hell you talking about? How can you argue about someone's experience and talk crap about someone's experience? This is my video. I'm relating my experience and my thoughts on something, and then people get upset. What's up, Samantha? This is dangerous. I keep getting comments like that. Your opinion, your experience that you're telling people is dangerous. Yo, don't watch the video at all times. I don't get enough views anyway, so it's like, what's the point? Like, what are you talking about? It's dangerous. I'm not. I'm just a small little turd here giving his thoughts on something that's going on. Damn, my arm getting tired. But I just go back to what I was saying. I just I just go in there and I just, yeah. Well, I think that's an understatement. Feeling out of place. She asked if I felt out of place. Encourage you to go to a strip club with a coworker. A strip club would definitely, like, what the hell am I here? You know what I'm saying? But these things, you know, uh, you would think somebody who's single would be really into going in there, but I go in there and I look around and I see what people are doing. Music's mad loud. You know, for example, I went to this place last night, right? And where I'm at now, it's not. What's up, Charlie? It's not like I don't live in a huge city, so the clubs are for the most part subpar. But people where I live at haven't really been anywhere, so it's something for them. And you see people like, it doesn't matter your age, but it's like 40s, probably people in their late 40s in there, and it's like this place they drinking drinks out of those red plastic cups that you get at the cookouts. You know, um, they had, for example, I'm just in there and when you're at some clubs and it takes forever if you want to order a drink. So when you order a drink, you have to get like 2 or 3 drinks, just to keep from having to come back. So you're up in there. They hire bartenders for the most part at a lot of these places, who have no experience with making any drinks or anything like that. But it's just a matter of, getting cute. You know what I'm saying? And all of that, instead of focusing on their craft, which is, fixing a drink and stuff like that. So I'm up in there. You got to go through that mess. You go in these places, and mind you, I'm going there expecting you should expect certain things, but I'm in there. You can't move around, right? You're like you got people constantly stepping on people's shoes. Asking, can I get through here? Can I get through there? Uh, Everyone is it's for the most part where I'm at. It's a sausage fest. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you look, and listening to this stuff, man. And I was expecting more from it. For example, back to what I was saying, they actually have bottle service, right? This place isn't but so big. They had bottle service in there. Yeah, we ain't talking about ready to fight. I gotta stand up. I gotta sit up, man. My damn arm killing me. Um, you got you got one of those. I'm trying to think one of those buckets. You know how with bar service you always have the bucket of ice that they bring the bottle in or whatever. So I'm in there last night. I see 4 dudes walk up, and all of a sudden I see people moving and stuff. In the middle of the crowd, and they bring a table and they sit it in the middle of this crowded ass place, right? They have they got hookahs. They have hookahs in this place also. Excuse me. And I think what y'all think about this background, man? I think I might start shooting my videos like this, you know, on a tripod and just have this in the background like this right here. I'm thinking about using this. This is like my new corner. Where I got my little rug, my lounge rug, my prayer rug, and everything. Y'all can check me out real quick. Anyway, um, those buckets that there's like miscellaneous buckets. I wish I had one right here. That you can buy from like the dollar store or something, and you told it. It has like a handle on both sides. Damn, making me look like I got a gut. It has a handle on like 2 sides, right? And it's shaped kind of like a U. The bucket is, and you carry it with 2 hands. It's not a mop bucket. You know what I mean? Anyway. It's some shit. It's some stuff you buy from a dollar store. So they put the bottle of Hennessy. I guess they're doing it big up in this place right here. She puts the bottle of Hennessy with a sparkler in there over the ice. I mean, with the ice in there, and brings the bucket literally 5 to 10 feet from the bar to this guy at the table. I'm like, why did you like the sparkler? The sparkler hadn't even burned half an inch before you even brought it there. You know what I'm saying? You just lit the sparkler. As soon as you lit the sparkle up, you drop the bucket down in front of these guys. So it's 4 dudes at a table splitting a bottle of Hennessy with those red cups, red cookout cups, plastic cups or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They might as well have put the bottle in something like this with some ice, and took it the way it needed to go at. You know, but they did all of that, and I'm just looking at these guys, 4 dudes splitting a bottle of Hennessy, and I'm sitting up there, and everyone's in there looking at them like, this is really doing it, really doing it big. So I have my stuff, I have my drinks, and I'm just like thinking to myself, I just need to finish these drinks and just get up out of here. And I always feel, I think the last time I've been to a club was probably my birthday, which is technically like a year ago. Practically a year ago. And I went in there and I was in there probably like 20 minutes. And I was like, I had like one drink and I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I really feel it's really odd up in there. It's for the most part, these places, it's a sausage fest, like I said. You know, it's a lot of pretentious people. It's just like social media. You can be whoever you want to be up in there. but it's so much. People go there for different reasons, I guess. You go there. Some people go to have a good time. Some people go there to hook up. Some people go there on the prowl. That's mostly what I saw last night. Folks being on the prowl. People wear whatever. No, I mean, dress to impress. All this other stuff. It's just not for me. Shout out to y'all if y'all enjoy that lifestyle. I gotta get from out of this location. I rather just spend my evenings or my night with a young lady, my significant other, and we enjoy whatever place out and about and stuff like that, instead of just being, whether you're married, you're not married, just being in that place like that. It's just like, then like got like what's her name? I don't want to mess up your name. She was saying that somebody, they just go there to fight, which is true. A lot of people just go there to fight. You know what I mean? So, which is, you spend however much, depending on where you're at, you spending $40, $50, $60 to get in the club. Especially for these lower end places, you're dropping $10 to get in, and you're fighting. What's the point? Why are you gonna waste your $10? Or these other places, why are you gonna waste your $40, $50? And then you sit on a wall, and you'll leave that night and then be like, man, was no holes in there tonight, or some shit like that. Like, it's not for me, man. But shout out to you. I just wanted to relate this thing. I don't know how y'all, what's the average age group up in here, up in the chat right now, but y'all y'all feel free to chime in with your experience. I don't know, man. Even like I said, even in my 20s, it was just like I would kind of be in there, and I'm just like, why am I in here? And it makes you feel abnormal. Not that you should be aloof. Try really quit playing. You be up in there. You be up in them spots in the shy. Very redundant. Imagine the ones who work there though. Or the ones who get all, 5 to 6 times, 4 to 5 times a week. Got to be in somebody's face. Got to be in a man's face, or got to be in a woman's face. You know. So right now, I need to be. I was thinking last night. I was like, man, I could have been working on my website last night, or finishing up some homework. Well, like I said, it's once in a blue moon, so I guess some people said ain't nothing wrong with that. But I prefer a house party or a get together or something like that than to fool around with that stuff. Exactly, Charlie. The party is at my place. Get familiar. The party is at my place. Or her place. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I got you. That's where the party's at. All this other foolishness, nah. Jasmine Quinones, what's up? The party, that's how it should be, man. Or mutual. Somebody throwing something. Somebody throwing a get together. Or whatever. Keep it going like that. I still gotta go to the store, man. Yo, I'm doing a Sunday sermon tomorrow. What's up? Anybody got any topics? Make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all still in here and y'all haven't yet. Evidently, y'all still up in here. Helps to promote this little turds video right here. Anybody got any suggestions? Y'all need me to pray for y'all? What's up? What's up? Sunday sermon is gonna be tomorrow at like 11. Before I get off here. Okay, shout out. Cause I got an idea of what I'm gonna do. On this Sunday sermon tomorrow. I got an idea. Say let me think about it. You got something. You got something, Charlie. What they talk about at church last Sunday? You can tell me. I just roll with that one. What was the sermon last Sunday? Somebody been to church on Sunday, or this past Tuesday. Somebody went to church Tuesday. Tell me what they was talking about, and I'll piggyback on that. Ain't nobody went to church. Holy smokes. Oh man. What about all these women all of a sudden talking about a man touched them 20 years ago? Uh, I don't know. I'm trying to talk about something uplifting. We don't want to be talking about nothing like that. I know that needs to be addressed. I'm trying to uplift the people. You know, trying to give you that good feeling. You know what I'm saying? We talking about, you know, women saying this stuff. Oh, shit. Stretching my back out. I'm gonna do it on. I'm gonna talk about abundance. That's what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about abundance. Lies versus the truth. Is there a right time to lie and a wrong time for the truth? I need to take a screenshot of all this, but this thing might log me off of what y'all talking about. Lies versus truth. Is there a right time to lie and a wrong time for truth? You should tell the truth at all times, man. All times. How we should stay close to God as we see all these things going on. That's a that's a that's a good one. I don't. How about I incorporate all that? What is this? Still in the cut. I incorporate all that, man. I want to talk about some abundance though. Put you in that. Put you in that. That carefree mindset. Walk by faith and be careless. Everything is coming. Everything that you asked for. Haven't you gotten everything that you asked for? So why are you going to despair? That's gonna be that's the topic. That's the topic that I'm covering. I have given you, beloved, everything that you have asked for. So why would you despair? I think that's the one. That's what I'm gonna do. Because so many people tend to overlook these things. You know, when you look at stuff in the grand scheme of what it is that you ask for, what is it that you want, what is it that you pray for, what is it that you, oh shit, it's auto rotate. What is it that you're getting down on your knees, asking for? What is it that you're praying for? And then you complain and you despair that you can't get a woman, you can't get a man, that job's not coming, that Toyota Camry isn't coming, that new Yaki or Brazilian body wave isn't coming, But what is it? What is it that you really want? Haven't you been given everything? Doesn't it come eventually? So, why am I getting this? Is supposed to be for tomorrow. These jewels, this jewelry is supposed to be for tomorrow. Damn, my knees hurting me. That student loan looks like it's being paid down. That too. Yeah, yeah. Hit me up, y'all having trouble with student loans, man. Hit me up. The link is in the description. If y'all trying to get them late payments off, I got a video on that anyway. Y'all can check that out if y'all trying to get those late payments off your student loans, or if you just trying to get straightened out. I'm plugging that. It's my channel. Yeah, I'm a hustler, so we can get that taken care of, man. I gotta go to the store, man. Get right. It's almost. Is it almost? Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock right now. So that's all I want to talk about, guys. Just this whole club thing. I guess as we get older, some people love it, some people stay away from it, some people realize, some people have a 2-year run and realize that's not what it is. Some people realize once they go out and they're out there, holiday season is near. Don't overspend. This is true, but if you got kids, you need to. Just don't go broke, period. But yeah, I'm about to cause I gotta head out to the store, man. Gotta do some cooking tonight. Do some chefing, tortellini and all that good stuff. But it's been real, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, probably drop 2 tomorrow. Uh, if you're just now watching, if you're watching the restream, if you're in here, hit the like button. If you don't mind, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. If you don't feel like it, appreciate it. Char Willie dropped the business page on there. My website is under construction. Is jrosswriting.com. Um, I got some things coming up. I'm trying to blow this channel. I was gonna start with other channels, but I'm gonna just blow this channel up as much as I can. Keep working on, keep putting out content. Um, turn up. I couldn't make it, man. I had to do some stuff on Thursday. Sorry about that. I turn it up, man. With the relationship, the love, the Sunday sermons, the spiritual, all this stuff, man. I'm trying to turn it up, man. You know, if y'all wanna, if this has been a benefit, if any of my videos are a benefit, that you find, or if you haven't watched any of my videos on my channel, make sure you guys click on my icon. Hit the subscribe button along with the bell. That way you receive all the notifications. And you can just check out my other videos. And if you feel it's a benefit, like it, share it. Feel free to drop a donation, via the Well of Wisdom, the PayPal, for whatever you feel that it's worth to you. 50 cents, $1, $2, $3, 500, 1,000, $2,000, whatever you feel like, you know what I'm saying? And if, yeah, appreciate it, Charlie. I need to, I'm slacking on the Patreon. But yeah, if you feel it's a benefit, in the future, I want y'all to learn, whoever's on my channel. The purpose of my channel for the most part is to learn from my mistakes, especially my simping mistakes, from what Jared's talking about. My mistakes that I've come to learn from my relationships and my interaction throughout life, business, people, all of these things. That's what I want to help people learn from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm gearing this channel to. Whether it comes from be basically to become the best version of yourselves. Whether that's body wise, physically, mentally. For you. Yeah, I was a simp. He said I can't believe I was ever a simp. Yeah, I was a simp. You realize the stuff I wasn't. I can't. I think I was saying this on my video the other day. I can't sit here and just say out as a 1-year-old baby I was an alpha male. You know, because I look at it as I'm a simp because I was married. I was married most of my adult life, so a lot of these things. She said, "What is a simp?" um, I was married most of my adult life, so after marriage, getting out there dating, a lot of things I didn't know. So you do things that sometimes people do that. You compromise yourself, or you overextend yourself, or you chase people. And I'm learning the psychology of all this stuff, and I've basically learned what my mistakes are for the most part, but I'm not ready completely. But I can definitely teach y'all the underlying issues of what it is that you're going through in relationships, because I've learned to spot it all now, you know, or what's going wrong in these relationships that you have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will say, I'm not a simp or I've never simped, but you've done some stuff. You just don't want to say it. You've done some suspect stuff. If you chase after a woman, you were simping. So how old was I when I got married? I was 19 years old when I got married. I was very young. Very young. And that was part of my problem, because I got married young because of not knowing any better and fear and insecurity, you know. And like I said, I talked about this. So he said simp at his best. Yeah, I'll see it. You know, so you can throw all the simps. You attack me all you want. Ugh. But I'm still raising my kids and taking care of them. So I guess I'm a simp that's doing that also, and making sure that they have a place to stay and food to eat, and they get to school every day on time. So yeah, you can call me all the simps you want. I can say it. I'm not afraid, not trapped within the confines of masculinity where I can't say what my mistakes are or if I did anything wrong. Some people are. Some people are too hard for themselves. Gorilla at all times. Gangster. A beast. I'm an alpha male to the point where you're a damn homo. You know. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm a man, simple or not. I take care of my kids. I take care of my responsibilities. Overcome all this tomfoolery. People trying to take you out, but guess what? I'm still standing. Still got my own house. Still got my own place. You know, after several, which I guess that's a different video. You know, but if you want to learn more about my life, feel free to pick up my book. Puppeteering with Heartstrings, that covers 1 year of my life. You know, after returning from Afghanistan, you can feel free to pick that up. You'll learn a portion of what I've been through in 1 year's time. So yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, that's the goal of this channel, is to help you guys learn from my mistakes and what I've done and the things, that awakening, so to speak, that I've had, you know, that really started in about 5 years ago. That real well shit. Yeah, about 5 years ago. I appreciate it, Char Willie. Char Willie dropped the link in the description. That's my author profile on Amazon. And if you guys are watching the restream, the links are in the description. Would I recommend getting married early? I say this. I say this. It's like we getting into this Matrix red pill stuff. If you're in love with that person and you want to be with that person, I mean, people will say no. No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. People say don't do it. No, it's no disrespect. I'm just saying. People say don't, but if you're in love with that person, what are you waiting for? Is it because you have to? Which is, I get it. I had this conversation with this woman I was in a relationship with. She basically said, and a lot of people say it, you have to experience other people, right? And that's what society will tell you. That's what other people will tell you, because you don't know who you are for the most part by being with that one person. You know, and you shouldn't get married so early. But what is it that you're waiting for? Do you have to experience something? Do you have to experience somebody possibly killing you? You getting a disease? That person putting another person you may come across putting you through hell? I mean, it's not a record. I would say you should experience life. If I could go back and do it all over again, I probably wouldn't get married that early. But the reason why, like I said, the reason why I did what I did was because of fear and insecurity. I felt like I needed to have a woman at the time, you know, because of the way I was brought up, because of the way I was raised. So, and I've learned from all of this what the root of a lot of these issues that people in relationships, what the issue is at the end of the day. I've learned so much in the past 5 years about a lot of this stuff. Now we talk about it. People are like, well, are you a relationship expert? Are you da 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 da? I'm not an expert. I just, or on the psyche. I study people. You know, yeah. I feel because I've studied this stuff for so long. What's happening, Laquan? I've studied this stuff. I've gone through so much. I've interacted with, different women, you know, have been, and I've just, throughout conversations and detection and learning this stuff, I feel like I can almost tell you what it is. If you're having issues in a relationship, I can pretty much tell you what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? As long as you disclosing everything that's happening, I can pretty much tell you whether you're a man or a woman what the issue is. You know what I mean? So and I'm not here like to be on, pulling people's, chain, or pulling people's, just blowing smoke up somebody's ass. Cause that's, I'll tell you what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's my goal of this channel, is basically just to help people out spiritually, relationship wise, just help you become the greatest version of yourself, because we're all on that journey to that, or should be on the journey to that. And if you're in a state of being stagnant, then I don't know what it is, unless you just have a mental block in life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be ascending. So that's my goal. If you wanna chop it up, if you got some issues, feel free. I'm gonna, like I said, I got the website coming up, but even now, you know, get set up some coaching, counseling, a session, consultation, whatever. 30 minutes, an hour, however you want to do it. Get it off your chest, and I'll give you the best knowledge that I have of what it is that's going on with your situation. You know, on that detailed level, because it's it's an experience. Life is an experience. And I would say, even though when it comes to grand scheme, I would say that it's I would say that I've been through a lot on both sides. So sure, I found where y'all been hiding this hard headed one finally subscribed. What is he talking about? Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. What hard headed one? But okay. Yeah, yeah. It's nothing, man. I got my water. I'm drinking my water tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to cut all of this stuff out. I don't even buy meat in my house anymore. You know, I'm all over the place. He's asking me questions for you guys that's watching the restream later. You know, I'm talking to people in the chat. That's saying stuff. So yo, oh, okay, you speaking code to Char Willie. But yeah, that's all, man. I'm trying to get it up and going. Trying to get this up and going. Trying to turn. It's slowly, but I don't put in the work to get where I'm at. Yeah, I really don't have a desire. Really, like, I go to the grocery store, I don't really pick up meat. So because I don't pick up meat, my kids don't eat it. You know, because we used to have meat every night. Now it's not so much that. I mostly buy vegetables, even though all the other stuff is, high carb stuff, stuff, high starch stuff, which isn't good either. But I don't want to say that's better than meat. He said you're glowing. No, I haven't tried sea moss. I haven't tried sea moss yet. I'm not two stinks, see, get dangerous. Yeah, I'm not really on that. I put out the video about the alkaline stuff, but I'm not. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll make it fully to this alkaline state. You know. But some people get serious about their health once they're beset by an illness, and some people don't. Some people get beset with an illness, and they still eat garbage and put garbage in their mouth and wonder why they're not getting any better. Same thing as someone who's morbidly obese. They're still gonna, dig their grave with a fork and spoon. I'm not. I fast every day. If you want to say intermittent, I do intermittent fasting every day. I don't eat until normally between about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes I eat a little earlier, 1 o'clock, but I don't normally eat till 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the most part. So I do intermittent fasting every day, but I haven't gone the whole 18, 20 hour fast. I've done that before. I've done 26-hour fast before. No, I'm still drinking energy drinks, man. Sorry, yeah, I'm still. I haven't had one today, but I'm still drinking energy drinks. That's my vice. I don't do crack or coke, so that's my vice. Uh, yeah, you keep talking about pomegranate, man. It's these things. I guess people gonna watch what they because every time I do these live streams, man, I just need to put like random every time I do a live stream, just put random because I end up going all over the place and talking about all kind of stuff, man. And people who watch the restream and they're like, he's supposed to be talking about the club. Why is he going all over? But it always ends up like this. It always ends up like this. This picture looks fuzzy on this thing too. I gotta get a better thing. I gotta go to the store anyway, man. Here shortly. I keep saying that. But yeah, that's what I just wanted to relate that, man. Pomegranate, Arizona, however you spell it. I have a coupon. Okay. What? This man said, finally broke up with my girl. Shout out to me. What that got to do with me? What are you talking about, man? Broke up with your girl? Shout out to me? I need to hear this. What are you talking about, my man? This dude's. Not sure you know what you're doing, but just a word of advice: just monitor usage of those kind of drinks because they. Yeah, I did. I advised them. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't. I'm trying to remember. She was dirty to him, and I advised him. Um. Yeah, I had when I was in Afghanistan. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about this energy drink stuff and just caffeine. Oh, okay. Made you feel better about it? Yeah, man. Um. Yeah, it does that. I'm reading this stuff because yeah, for the people on the restream, this brother said, he finally broke up with his girl. He shouted me out. Then he said, watching my vids made him feel much better about it. I deserve better than ratchetness. Shout out to you and Joe Rogan Joe. What? Yeah, man. If you're talking, why am I talking about all this shit? Oh shit. If you're dating someone and you're constantly in a state of stress, man, you gotta get that. You gotta get rid of that, man. If you're constantly walking on eggshells and you don't know what to say, you gotta cut it out, man. I'm gonna start doing cooking stuff, man. I'm definitely gonna start doing that. Cooking, my dishes, the tortellini, which I think I got. Yeah, I should be able to do that tonight. Matter of fact, you know what I mean. One piece of bread for a day. Okay. Um, don't forget you gotta go to the store. Oh, I'm going. I got the tortellini and stuff downstairs, man. Which I should do one on that. But anyway, what I was talking about, what I was gonna say about the energy drink stuff, right? When I was in Afghanistan, I worked the night shift. I worked 12 hours. So what I was doing, and this had never happened in my life, I used to get real bad heartburn. Yeah, I used to get real bad heartburn before from drinking a lot of carbonated drinks or whatever. But this happened in Afghanistan. Like I was, because I worked the night shift. That was the first time I worked the night shift. So I was drinking a lot of soda, and I actually went to the hospital when I was in living in Washington because I thought I was having a heart attack because I was so stressed. This was the part before I got out of the military. I was like so stressed out. I was like super stressed, and I was drinking a lot. I was drinking a lot of energy drinks. I was drinking a lot of soda. I had really bad heartburn, like really bad heartburn. So one night, like my chest was fucking. I had so much pain in my chest. I had drove to myself to the ER, and if you ever been to a military hospital, you know it sucks. You have to wait like forever. I think I waited like 4 hours. I was having chest pains. This is how crazy these people are in a military hospital. I was having chest pains, so they drew my blood to see if I was having a heart attack. And I wasn't having a heart attack, so they basically said, take some omeprazole, however you pronounce it, uh, proton pump inhibitors, whatever, all that stuff that stops acid production in your stomach or whatever, and you should be all right. So I stopped drinking all that stuff, and it went away. So fast forward, when I was in Afghanistan working the night shift, drinking all this, all these, cokes, all these Red Bulls, all this stuff like that, and the funny thing, I wasn't getting heartburn, but I was getting like chest pains and like my ribs. Like I would be sitting down in the chair at night because I had an office job over there, and I would sit down in the chair at night, and my ribs, I had like sharp pains in my, like somebody was stabbing me in my ribs, and it would hurt so bad. It would hurt so bad, and my stomach would be hurting throughout the day, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. I had all kind of tests done, as much as I could in Afghanistan, and they couldn't figure out what it was. And dude was like, I was still drinking sodas, so I didn't know. So dude was like, he was a Russian doctor over there. He was Romanian, but he was, a Russian dude. And he was like, man, I don't even drink those sodas, man. He was like, he said he spilled some of it on the floor one time and it ate through the floor. So he was like, that's what made him stop drinking, the energy drinks. So they couldn't figure out what's wrong with me, so I had to fly to Dubai. I flew to Dubai, and Dubai's got like some of the best hospitals in the world. Thailand does too. Um, and so I go there, and because at that time it was affecting not only my ribs, my stomach. Uh, I also had like diarrhea nonstop. It was like really bad. It was really bad. So I didn't know what was wrong with me. So I was like, do I got fucking cancer? It's what's going on? They had tested me for cancer cells and stuff like that, and all this other stuff. He gave me some what is it called? Is it called nitroglycerin? Where they test your heart. He gave me like some nitroglycerin to test some stuff out on me, and I could feel like the blood coming from it. He said you'll feel something, and I could feel like it rushing, the blood rushing from my head to like my heart. Um, it's called nitro. I think it's nitroglycerin something. It's what they use to test your heart too, or something like with your heart. Maybe some of y'all who watch this later know what I'm talking about. But he gave me that tablet, and basically he tested me or whatever. So once I got to Dubai, I was at the hospital. They ran like a battery of tests on me. Um, I was like living in this. I had to pay out of my own pocket. I was living in the gold soup district of I was staying in a hotel, the Gold Soup District in Dubai, and I was there by myself. Wasn't getting paid, nothing. I was there on my own dime. Staying in this hotel by myself. I felt horrible. And if for those of you who've ever had a colonoscopy before, the stuff they give you basically has to purge your body out before you can do a colonoscopy. So basically, I was given that stuff to drink, and you got to drink a shitload of it if you ever had one, a colonoscopy, and it basically flushes your body out till everything is clear in your colon. So I was doing that, and I just felt so bad. I was living in this little rundown hotel because I didn't want to get no expensive hotel, like in the middle of Gold Soup downtown in Dubai. And they were doing that, and I went in for the colonoscopy, and that's one of the worst. Especially, not to say it's any better for a woman, but for a man. No, it wasn't a colonic; it was a colonoscopy. Colonic is oh, you talking about what? You talking about the process of? Okay, yeah. I thought you was talking about. He asked me. He said it. Well, he said it was a colonic or whatever. Whatever it is, it cleanses your colon out if you never had it. So a colonoscopy. That's one of the weirdest violating things ever. In your life, you have to sit like this, kind of like how I'm doing. You know how I'm doing right here. You have to sit like this on the table or whatever. You know, there's no pill, there's no shot they give you, nothing. This is basically you're up here with this pipe being shoved up your ass, and they fill it with air. So basically, they're telling you, just let it go. They're putting he said it doesn't. A colonoscopy. They were just doing that just to rule everything out. It doesn't. That's the only reason why it was done. I know I'm young, but yeah, they was just doing it just to rule out me having any type of colon cancer or anything like that, or just to see what it was. So they did that. They had a camera attached to it. They do. They have a tool on the colonoscopy thing that is does like a biopsy. So they fill your colon up with air, and basically while you're sitting there, they're telling you go ahead and let it out. It's just like you're passing gas. Just if you feel the urge to, but you're sitting there and they just shove this tube up your ass, and they're filling your colon full of air, and they're sliding this snake through your intestines, and you can watch on the screen right there while you're sitting here. They have the camera. You're watching it on the screen while they're doing this, and it's just like, oh my goodness, this is fucking. And it's just so much pressure. There's so much pressure in your lower. Oh man, it's horrible. But needless to say, I had that done, and they didn't find anything. So, the next one was the endoscopy, which is basically where they stick a tube down your throat. That's some more horrible shit that you gotta do. So, basically, I'm sitting up here. I'm sitting up here getting the endoscopy because they're using the camera to check my stomach. So I'm sitting here. They shove this, like those swords people that you see at the circus and stuff like that. I'm lifting my head up. They stick this tube with a camera down there, and basically you're just this something is going down into your stomach, straight up in there while you're conscious, and you're just sitting there letting somebody in this. Soon as they put that shit down there, I fucking gagged. Pardon my French. They probably gonna demonetize this, but oh well. I gagged, and he pulled it out like. Nah, I don't know nothing about no coffee enema, man. You talking about some other stuff, and they pulled it out, and that was just so fucking horrible. You could feel pressure in your chest from them when they pushed the camera down there, and you see how much battery life I got left. Okay, we're good. So they're doing that. And he did it real quick. I guess just enough to take the cameras or whatever. So he gets footage from both of them, and the doctor, I sit down. He's an Indian guy. And he's like, the results came back, and basically what he told me was I had a hiatal hernia in my throat, in my esophagus, that the part where your esophagus connects to your stomach. I had a hernia right there, and my stomach was completely burnt from the acid, which was called pangastritis, which was basically what was causing me to have all these symptoms of diarrhea. My body wasn't able to properly digest the food. So basically, the food just went through my body instead of being able to process it, because the layer of my stomach, that my entire stomach was burnt from acid, which is kind of weird when you think about it, because that's all there is acid in your stomach. But I had pangastritis because of all the drinks that I was drinking was literally eating away that. You have a protective lining in your stomach that keeps the acid from burning it. So that protective lining had eaten away. So the acid was just burning my stomach, and that's why I was having all the pain in my ribs and all of this other stuff. So I was like, okay, what does this mean? The hernia doesn't go away. That just stays there. Which basically means that there was a bulge from the burnt from me, that having all this acid, that place where your esophagus meets your stomach, there was a hernia, a bulge sticking out or whatever. So I was like, okay, what do I do? How do I get rid of this? He says, you have to stop drinking those energy drinks, anything acidic, anything acid producing. You have to cut it out. I said, say no more. As soon as he said that, I stopped all of that. I flew back to Dubai once I was cleared. I flew back to Afghanistan. Within a week, within a few days, everything was gone. All my pain, all that stuff was gone. Just that quick. Just by me, quitting drinking energy drinks and all of that stuff. So most of the time in Afghanistan, after that, I hadn't drank another soda over there. None of that. I didn't drink any of that. I might have had a Coke maybe once a month, later on, you know. And after that, nah. But that was what happened to me. You know what I mean? That's what happened to me. All of that, you know, and I'm just like, wow. But I had a bunch of other stuff while I was. It was like I stayed sick the whole time in Afghanistan. Back messed up. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff. I had other health issues that was going on over there. So I guess it just wasn't meant for me to be over there. I was over there 2 years. So, but that's my little story I wanted to share with you guys. So I know a lot about. I've done a lot of research on health, and even the doctor was like, "How do you know all this stuff? How do you know all this stuff? How do you?" Because I was spitting stuff out to him because I researched stuff about my own body and how. So a lot of stuff uh, has happened to me. All types of injuries has happened to me. So it's just like, you know, health is one of those things that is very important. And a lot of the things other than injuries, a lot of this stuff internally, you tend to bring it upon yourself, or you do have the ability to heal yourself, by just changing up what it is that you eat. But even though I know I shouldn't be, um, I know tea punch, yeah, I know I shouldn't be drinking Red Bull, but it's one. I don't know. It's like my ritual in the morning. I go and you get it, and it's like a diuretic for me too. Because once I have a Red Bull in the morning, it's like you know, I keep having to use the bathroom, keep going throughout the day. It gets all those carbs out. It gets all the salt out. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not something, we're trying to weigh the positives. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what it really acts as a diuretic, like a super diuretic for me. It doesn't matter how long I've been drinking it. I get my caffeine out of it. It tastes good, and it acts as a diuretic for me to get, all of that water retention that I may have had from carbs out, and all of the sodium out. And that's the good part about, for those of you, another thing, um, you guys who are, who are holding on to water weight, and who have high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you definitely want to consider. You know, and that's why a lot of people with high blood pressure, they get diuretics and stuff like that because of the water retention. Your kidneys, all these other things. The kidney with people needing dialysis and stuff like that. You have to take care of these things. And high blood pressure in the kidneys, it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? But I try to I just naturally go several times a day, like multiple times, because I'm always taking in liquids. It has mixed tea and lemonade, saffron and nutmeg. Okay, but that's a big thing for me. So that's one of the reasons why I do drink it. Also, is because it clears out my bladder quick, like constantly. Like I'll go like probably 3 times within an hour and a half. After drinking a Red Bull. And I sweat a lot, so I get rid of a lot of the salt and a lot of the water weight that comes from taking in a bunch of carbs. You know, and the only way to get rid of water weight is by you know sweating it out, urinating, and all of that other stuff. I'm dealing with that now. I think got my protein spillage low, kidneys fine. Yeah, I heard that too. That too much protein, people who taking in a lot of protein, it creates kidney stones and stuff like that. From what I've heard, protein got my protein spillage low, kidneys fine. Yeah, a lot of people you can eliminate your high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? People can. You got stress and all that, but you can eliminate it just through a lot of times just by exercising and just taking in a bunch of liquids. If you're constantly taking that pressure off, you're working the kidneys and the bladder, and you're getting all of this stuff out of you. You know, you can relieve that tension. You know what I mean? That's the first thing people should look at doing. Obviously, when your blood pressure is that high, obviously along with your diet, but definitely you know your bathroom habits goes hand in hand. I've done a bit. I think one of my first videos was on that high blood pressure. But yeah. But it's been real, folks. I remember this lady saying if you're taking blood pressure pills for your high blood pressure, when do they work? You're still taking them for years. Yeah, they're taking them for years because they don't change up what it is. They're not treating the underlying cause. You know what I mean? You're not treating the underlying cause. Same thing with people who are pre-diabetic and diabetic. You know, same people who are morbidly obese. But it's neither here nor there. But I'm about to roll up out of here, y'all. It's been real. Belly fat's hitting too much. Belly fat. Belly fat. There's a few factors with belly fat, you know, that I won't go into on here. But no worries, man. Appreciate you guys once again. You know, snow fungus and sea moss. I hear you, bro. We'll check it out, man. You know, but like I said, if you haven't yet, man, if you appreciate the content, give me a thumbs up. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace be upon you all and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the Sunday sermon, as usual. Remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. And like I said, if you like the content, you know what I mean? Yeah, peace to you, Charlie. feel free to, drop a donation to support my work that's coming. It's going to keep coming. You know what I mean? And who's ever meant to see this, or if you feel like it'll be a benefit to someone, this stream, make sure you share it with someone. You know what I mean? It's going to be on gratitude, Jared, and abundance. So, with that being said, I'm out.